Live and directing. Hi everybody. I painted my nails really pretty with this nice little shimmer. And as you can see, I have really nice nails now, but no henna, JAGUA, nothing. And I've been having a lot of anxiety, which translates into me biting my sides. I know, listen, it's not the best manicure. I'm used to using like nail polish that is gel, and I've been using just regular polish for this look, and I guess I didn't wait for it to fully dry, so it's looking a little bit wonky here and there. But yeah, I figure like I might as well just do like a little JAGUA moment. So I'm going to start to have this little alcohol pad. So because I put coconut oil on my hands, I figure, why not just wipe my hands clean. Welcome, welcome everybody. Well, okay, so I'm gonna wipe both of my hands because why not? But we'll see how it goes. Well, I have this really pretty ring too that my friend made for me. It's like one of those spoon rings, and look, it says Mexico. And it took me a while to figure out. Come on, focus. There you go, Mexico. So pretty. So, anyways, okay. So once that I clean my hands real good, I'm thinking to do like some sort. I don't know, something flowy maybe. So I'm going to start. So thank you everybody who's joining. Let me see if I can move the camera a little bit more down so you can actually see a little bit more of what I'm doing. Let's see. I think that's a little bit better, right? Let me know, you guys, if you can see well. So I'm thinking to start with the fingers, like from the fingers down. So I really like with JAGUA, like I like kind of like a minimalist look for the fingers. So I'm just gonna go in like, let's see. I am going to like freehand this design, so we'll see what comes out of my mind, And yeah, I feel like when I have henna or JAGUA on my hands, it's easier for me not to like have anxiety and bite myself. Like I used to bite my nails when I was little, and I guess my mom put some sort of nail polish on that on my nails that was like it tasted bad. So that stopped me from biting my nails. But then I got creative and I started biting the side. Hi, Veronica Garcia. Hola. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm working with some JAGUA gel over here. I love JAGUA because, I love henna too. But with JAGUA, there's something so special that, it darkens so much faster than henna. I feel like with henna, you have to wait like 2, sometimes 3 days if you use like Jamila henna powder. But if you use JAGUA, it's like within 12 hours you have a real dark stain. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. The weekend came and went. I don't know about you guys, but weekends they go by so fast for me because I do like a general cleaning of my home. So lately I've been just vacuuming a lot, and I have 3 cats, so I have to keep it clean. And yeah, it's just a lot of work, like I tend to think because my house is small, it will be easier, but it's always a lot of work. So, um, yeah, with that being said, I just really wanted to have something nice to, have like a nice design on my hands. Like I'm a henna and a JAGUA artist for many years, and I feel like I'm always wearing something. So for me, like the way I was when I started the live stream with no JAGUA at all, it feels like being naked in the hands. Every video, you're the first person. Well, thank you so much, Veronica. It's very appreciated, like your presence in my live streams and um, on this channel. We appreciate everybody here. But yeah, that's super special. Thank you so much, Veronica. You are Loved. So look how it's going. I love how I was like, I'm gonna go for something minimalist, and then I just go ahead and start working on it. But I really like what I did to my nails. I didn't know that you could get like this chrome effect with just regular polish, but I guess I just had the chrome and I was like, trial and error. Let's just give it a try. Like, I love having my nails looking pretty, and I don't have the money to go to the salon. So I started doing my own gel nails at home. Oh my goodness. I loved it, but I am the kind of girl who I'm gonna start like removing my um I'm gonna start removing like my gel top of like the gel off my nail, and then I kind of like hurted my nails. I don't know how to explain it, but I did. It was kind of crazy. I guess just like removing the polish in a way that you're not supposed to, just kind of stripping it off. It strips like parts of your nail or something. So, not the pro, not the nail pro, just the nail addict over here. So, anyways, um, I don't know. I just like kind of hurt my nails, and now I'm like thinking always like let's just do natural polish. So I went to natural grocers and I got myself like base base polish or whatever it's called, base coat, and like regular polish and top coat. But yeah, to create this look, I just used like a base and then like the chrome and then top coat, and that's it. So yeah, I'm super excited that I gave it a try. So, anyways, let's do something pretty over here. I like how this is coming along. I don't know what I'm going for, so I'm just kind of like discover this design as I go. And I see you, somebody in the chat is saying for me to say something. Listen, I'm not gonna say anything because like Niro la ranita. No, la ranita. Excuse me. You are your desire is not gonna be granted. Your desire is not gonna be granted. Sorry. I don't know if you're trying to set me up for me to say something that sounds crazy, but sorry, I can't do that. If you want, you can subscribe though. Or not, like not a big deal. Like, but we are on the way to 10K, you guys. I am very excited. I feel happy, like what can I tell you? I am joyful that this channel is starting to slowly grow. We are just me and my cats trying to bring content that is hopefully special for you guys. Let me see. That's better, right? Um, so yeah, I don't know. I am a girl who consumes a lot of YouTube on my everyday. Like I like listening to creators and see what people come up with. But I'm a little bit shy, right? So I don't know. It was hard for me. Like even that I always wanted to start a YouTube channel, it was hard for me to actually commit to it and be like, you know what, we're doing this. And there's of course the part of like not monetizing, which I'm still not monetizing, but it's not a big deal now because I found love into it. I found so much love into just coming and doing designs and like, yoga classes and affirmations and everything that goes into this channel. And then when you do YouTube, also there's this sense of community that starts growing. Look, you guys, this is looking so pretty. Please ignore my the texture of my nails. I feel like I didn't let it fully dry, and then this kind of things happen, right? I'm already loving how this is coming along. So yeah, let me see. Can you see well? I am holding my phone on this little stand, so I can't fully. Oops, sorry. I feel like this is good enough, right? You guys let me know if I need to move the camera and put it in a different angle or whatever. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a good, wonderful Sunday night. this year has flown by so fast, right? What do you guys think? Like how was 2024 for you? How did it treat you? For me, it was pretty good. Lots of highs and lows. I thought I was going to go ahead and do a lot more than I end up doing this year. But again, like I set up my expectations pretty high at the beginning of the year. And that's something that I'm learning as I get older, right? It's like, okay, if you don't set up a huge high expectation, then it's less likely that you'll be disappointed. So those are just lessons for myself, right? It's like, yeah, I don't want to be disappointed in like, next year, 2025 is coming. And it's like, there's so little that we can actually control. I mean, there's a lot that we can't control, but there's a lot that we can't. So I'm trying to learn how to go with the flow. I mean, I'm almost 38. I better learn it now. I've been through a lot of losses in my life this year. Family members passing away. So pretty sad. I've been dealing with some pretty hardcore grief, but I feel like grief is so important because it teaches us like we have such limited time in this world, like we are here so temporarily. So it's looking so pretty. So anyways, yeah, I just feel like I've been learning a lot this year and just really appreciating every moment because we don't know when it's gonna be our last breath. So with that being said, I've been listening to a lot of the music that I love the most. I've been trying to create the most beautiful content that I can for this channel, and also I've been trying to like not stress about it because this channel is called Danila Tranquila. So Danila is my name if you don't know, and Tranquila means calm in Spanish, like tranquil. And that's like such a mantra that I gave myself, because it rhymes, right? Danila and Tranquila. Also, my cat, my orange cat's called Tranqui. She's right here, actually. She's on the floor. I can't pick her up because I don't want to smear my JAGUA. But if you've been a follower for a while, you probably have seen my Nina Tranqui girl. She's like this cute, cute orange cat. And her personality is extremely calm. That's why her name is Tranqui. And yeah, I'm always like, okay, Danila, tranquila. And a lot of the times I don't be calm. I feel like that's why I do yoga because it's like I have to. I need to be calm. Like I went through a lot of trauma as a child and I didn't think it affected me until I was on my 30s, and it's like, yeah, actually, you need to deal with this. So, anyways, yeah, like you just start realizing when you get older then that things are like just, I don't know, ephemeros. So, anyways, I'm trying to spend my days and my life as, cultivating growth and good energy. And like I realized too, like I'm pretty harsh on myself, you know, um, and I'm trying right now, actively trying to not do that and to actually show up. I know I take pride in being a good friend, and I want to show up for my friends and family members in the best way that I can. That is like always been a constant with me. Like I've always wanted to be, the best sister, the best friends for my friends, the best everything. Cat mom. Sorry guys, pronunciation in English, it can be so hard for me. Anyways, so like when you have those pure intentions at heart, it's like, why are you being so hard with yourself, Danila, tranquila. So that's the process of thought, the train of thought that goes through my mind on almost like an everyday basis. So anyways, when I started going to therapy and like understanding my trauma and all that, My therapist told me like you have to do yoga therapy, like you have to, in order for you to heal. Like you gotta go to therapy, but also do yoga therapy. So that's when I realized like, okay, it's quite expensive, and how can I actually make this more affordable for me? What if I learn? So I've been studying yoga ever since. That was 2022. So yeah, right now I'm a yoga teacher, Kundalini yoga teacher. Kundalini Laya is like really relaxing, and I'm also like a yoga therapy instructor. Not like it, I am a yoga therapy instructor. I'm a Reiki master. And I've been studying a lot of courses this year as well because I want to be the best version of myself. So, anyways, there's some of what I've been doing this year. Like I've took so many courses on Coursera mostly. I've been blessed to apply to a lot of them and get get a beca. How do you say beca in English? Get scholarship. So I've gotten a few scholarships for different courses, and it's been such a blessing. It's been such a beautiful blessing, because I feel like I realize, as I get older, that I used to think like you can only study when you are 18, 19, 20, up until you're 25. That was my train of thought when I was younger. Like if you study and you're older, like that's, you pretty much have failed in life. And then I realized like that was so silly. Why was I thinking that way? I might as well just try and, educate myself as much as I can right now. So in my future, I can have knowledge under my sleeve. And let me tell you something, you guys. The more than you know, like that's the one thing that nobody can take away from you. Like Britney Spears said, let me quote Britney appropriately, because we want to quote our mother appropriately. Um, so she said, "People can take everything away from you, but they can never take away your truth." Yep, she said that. Britney Jean Spears, you guys. What a queen. Anyways, your truth and your knowledge, those are things that nobody can take away from you. So now, as I'm learning to be gentle with myself, I'm also learning that learning is fun. I used to think like, I don't know, like I had to also just learn a certain way. Like if I didn't have a university, if I didn't go to university, then, pretty much I was trash. That's the way I talk to myself, which is horrible. I don't think that of anybody else. Then it's like, why am I saying those things to myself? Why am I thinking this regarding to myself? Anyway, so now I'm doing all these courses, and of course I studied yoga with Centro de Yoga de Argentina, in Buenos Aires. So shout out to them, not sponsored. They're just amazing teachers, and I love. Actually, their YouTube channel is amazing. It's all in Spanish, of course, but they're pretty cool. Anyways, I'm just learning to redefine who I am and what I want to do with this life. So, you guys, this is looking pretty. I'm really liking how this JAGUA is coming along. So, basically, I started with the middle finger. This one, okay. Basically, the JAGUA is gonna flatten down a little, and then after, like it flattens, and I'll leave it there. Like after it dries out, I'll leave it there. It becomes quite sticky, stickier than henna, I would say. And then I'm gonna wash this away. So tomorrow, this is gonna be like a dark blue color. It's so beautiful and interesting too. I remember when JAGUA first came along in the market in the USA, right? It was like 2015, I believe, and back then I had a Facebook page. So I was connecting with henna artists through that Facebook page, and there was like henna groups that I be in, and somebody started posting about JAGUA being a safe alternative to black henna. Because if you don't know, black henna is like not actually real henna. It's like hair dye mixed with henna. So you might ask, why would anybody then add that? Like, why would anybody wear like black henna if it's like pretty much like toxins? Well, because it gives you a pretty fast stain, because it's not your typical red color, it's more like a cooler tone, right? Because it's black. And the problem is, like, if you look up black henna, like, you will encounter a lot of chemical burns. So with that being said, um, natural henna just doesn't look the same as like a darker color. The dark, like, I get it why it's popular, because it looks really pretty, but it can be so harmful. So that's when somebody, I forgot who it was, like, I remember her face, but I don't remember her name like right now. But if I remember, I'll write her name down. This girl, she started experimenting with JAGUA. So JAGUA, its original name is called, nerd moment here, you guys. Nerd moment. So JAGUA, it's also called Juniper americana. That's the scientific name. And as you can tell, americana, it means it grows in the Americas. It grows, it's a tree, so JAGUA is a tree, and we get this beautiful gel from the fruit. So JAGUA has fruit that looks kind of like a maracuja, like passion fruit, right? And so from the fruit, we get a juice, and mixed with, I'm pretty sure, santangam, essential oils, sometimes water, and maybe one or two more elements, this gel is made. I got my gel from Henna Caravan at hennacaravan.com. Again, not sponsored, just, not gatekeeping either. But anyways, so this gel is made, and this has achieved, so JAGUA, the product, the fruit, the gel, has achieved a great reputation to achieve fast stains with and natural stains too, within just a matter of hours. Now, JAGUA, the fruit, also Juniper americana, it's widely used as body art in different parts of Latin America. So if you look it up, like indigenous tribes anywhere from Panama to Brazil, Peru, you will find a lot of this dark body paint that looks like real tattoos. And that, my friends, is often JAGUA. And that's beautiful. So with that being said, let's get a little political here. It's not all about being nerdy, right? It's very important that wherever you source your JAGUA from is a natural, environmental friendly empresa, corporation, because since the tree of JAGUA is extremely tall, in a lot of places it's been said that allegedly some companies chop down trees in order to get the maximum amount of fruit. So we don't want that, right? We want to support companies that actually pay somebody to like climb the tree and like get the fruit. So yeah, I know one of my friends in the henna community. Her name is Henna Mendy Costa Rica. She is Veronica. She's from Costa Rica, of course, and she sources her own fruit and she makes her own gel. I've been wanting so bad to buy from her, but since we live in different countries, it's been a little bit hard to make that happen. But if you want to go ahead and follow her, just check her out on Instagram. Her work is pretty amazing, and she shows the whole process you know um, from paying to somebody to climb the tree, to getting the fruit, making the juice, mixing it up. Like, it's just so incredible. So anyway, look at you guys, look at this. This is beautiful. I like how it's coming along. And I love how it said I was going to be a minimalist with the fingers. And then this is not very minimalistic in my opinion, but it's also not over the top. So we have something. There's like a couple of steps that I did follow through within my own requests. Anyways, I'm gonna be posting like the stain progression of this beautiful design because it's totally worth it, I feel. Let's see. Oh, you see that? That's gonna stain. No. Well, also I've realized, there goes my ring, that if I wipe it off like the fastest that I can when I smear it, then it doesn't stain so dark. I used to think like it doesn't matter, because it is kind of true, like it doesn't fully matter, like that's gonna leave a stain anyways, but it does matter to a certain degree. Like, it doesn't look extremely dark if you wipe it off. So in my henna kit that is in this box, I keep those little again, it's not sponsored. I'm gonna cover the brand even that I already showed you. Alcohol pre-pads. These are great for the henna artist because it allows us to clean the skin, remove any lotion, clean any messes, etc. Right? Anyways, not again. I bumped. I bumped it again. You know what? I'm not even gonna stress about that because it's just like right on the inside of my finger. So took it. Today is such a beautiful day, you guys. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've been having a lot of anxiety in the morning, but then it went away, and then I had anxiety again, and now I don't because I'm doing this and I'm connecting with you guys. So, yeah, I'm learning how to appreciate the days, even that if I have anxiety, like, still appreciate it because it is a new day. I'm telling you guys, like, I've been on a spiritual journey. I mean, ever since 2012, but lately, this year, I've been through so much that the only thing that I can think of, like the word that defines this year for me, is resilience. Because I've been wanting to just hide under a tree or under a rock because I was having a hard time. But then I decided to keep going and to keep it up with the therapy and with the yoga therapy and the studies. Right now I'm studying art therapy, which is a lot of fun. It's right up my alley. So yeah, like, I'm realizing, like, if I put my mind into something and I work really hard to get it, I can probably get it. And that's exciting. That to me is such a lesson. I know that, you guys might be there thinking, like, this girl is talking about some pretty, like, I don't know, easy concepts, like concepts that you might have grasped a long time ago. But for me, this, like, concept of self-love and putting myself first, and you know I don't know, just not people pleasing, but also not like being like hedonistic, or I don't know, or just like not being I don't know, just all about myself, like the ego and all that. Like, I just feel like, oh my god, like I don't know, like, it's just interesting to me to be like, okay, well, the best that I can be there and show up for my people, my community, etc., is when I'm actually taking care of myself first. And whatever that means, sometimes it means like checking in with myself, like have I drunk enough water, just basic stuff like that. It's like it comes to you sometimes in the middle of your day that you're like having like an anxiety moment, right? I realized like, okay, the issue is not the anxiety, like there's an underlying issue usually. And it's like, okay, well, anxiety, it's a sign that your body is trying to tell you that something's a little bit off. Maybe you haven't been sleeping good enough. Maybe you haven't processed those emotions that are hard and you're just putting behind, like in the back of your mind. So, anyways, just really showing up for yourself sometimes is like, okay, well, am I hungry? Like, do I need to drink water? Do I need to sleep better, but more on like a long-term schedule? That one has been one for me for sure. Like, I like to stay awake late, but then also like I do so much better when I have a clear schedule, which includes waking up in the morning on a little bit of an earlier timeline. Anyways, yeah. I'm just opening my mind and my heart to y'all, so I hope you guys are enjoying and having a good time on this nice evening. I don't know, I just feel so grateful. Within all the crazy things happening in the world, I feel like there's always like a silver lining almost. There's always something that is working out within the whole mess. And something that I'm learning too is to accept things for what they are. Don't try to control things, don't try to change things, just accept. Oh, you guys, I am loving it. Oh, this looks so cute. All right, this is not what I was going to do. I was going to do something like really minimalistic and flowy like this. I feel like I should do something here. So I'm just gonna continue being here, and you guys are welcome to give it a like, subscribe. We're on a road to 10K, you guys. I can't believe it. But yes, and share with your friends. We are happy hippies in this community. So let me see. Anyways, I am having so much fun doing this design, and I'm very happy that you guys are joining and that you guys are seeing the process. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it down in the comments, in the chat. I'm pretty experienced with the henna and JAGUA. I mean, actually, I'm not super experienced with the JAGUA. I know of JAGUA, but this year I've been practicing a little bit more with it, and I'm really excited. I like it. I think, you might know about all the seasons of our skin tones and all that. So I'm pretty sure I'm a winter because I have like kind of cool-ish skin tones, but also my hair is pretty dark, my eyes are dark, I have high contrast. Anyways, I think I'm a winter. With that being said, I feel like the color of the JAGUA shows up super pretty on my skin because um, I love the color of henna too, but henna is more like a warm color, right? Because it's like a brownish red. And JAGUA, it shows up in, I mean, it depends on how many hours you leave the gel on your skin. The longer you leave it on, the darkest it will get, just like with henna. But the color is such a beautiful blue, almost like a real tattoo looking, but like a navy, pretty cool navy blue. Oh, it's delightful if you ask me. It's so delightful and beautiful. So Yeah, and I feel like, because JAGUA it's usually mixed with lavender essential oil, I feel like the calming effect is not the same calming effect that henna has, but it's similar, and that does it for me. Oh, so yeah, throw kick. Wow. Hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to do this the most, not perfect, but in the most aligned way possible. Let's see, Tuki. And there we got it. Yes. Oof, I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so grateful that you guys are also here. I can't tell you how grateful I am to have you guys watch my content, because this was my dream for the longest time, to have a YouTube channel and to, I thought, like, if I have one person that likes my videos, that's good enough. And I thought, like, oh, it's just gonna be like my sister and my grandma, which they also do like my videos and enjoy my content. But you know i I don't know, just the fact that we're almost up to 10K, like, I'm mind blown, like, I'm so happy, like, this is amazing. And sometimes I hop in here and I do a live stream, and bless my heart, nobody shows up. So the fact that we've been having some consistent um, people watching today, it really makes my day. I just want to let you know that you're so appreciated for being here. And I don't know, sometimes we forget how special it is for the content creator to have people just watching the content. So just by you being there, it brings a big smile into my face. And this is my life purpose, you guys. Just making art and talking about therapy, and doing therapeutic stuff, and doing yoga and teaching yoga, and being able to self-regulate and show others how to do it. I just live for it, because I just wish that when I was little, somebody would have taught me these things. It took me like 25 years until I realized that the way I was living was not good for me. I was just working, working, working. I mean, yeah, relatable stuff, right? It's like so hard to just have to work all the time to barely make ends meet. And then I felt like I was burnt out. So I was like, I gotta go and travel and just sell everything that I own. And that's exactly what I did. I got the backpack. I sold my business. I let go of everything that I had in Argentina, and I started traveling. And I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know what my direction was. I didn't have a lot of money when I started traveling, but I realized, like, you know what? I'm gonna follow my heart. And that's pretty much what I did. I traveled very light, not a lot of clothes. I shared my energy with like minded people. I met a lot of amazing artists. And back then, I used to believe that my art was not good enough, like it wasn't worth it anything or whatever. I was just tripping, like, because now I actually encourage others to always create. So, anyways, once I arrived to Mexico, in all those months and months of travel and just self discovery and, new friendships and, being on the road and everything that came with that, I just realized, let's just enjoy a little. Let's just be here in Mexico, and just, take it easy. Like, because when you're traveling too, and when you're a girl, you don't have a lot of money, it's dangerous, or it can be, right? So I realized like, okay, I gotta just chill and relax a little, and try to find something like what am I gonna live the rest of my days? Do I want to go back to Argentina? Do I want to go to live in Mexico? At the time, the plan was to actually stay in Mexico and just be an artist there, and see what came for me. And then I met a beautiful guy that is now my husband. And that was a whirlwind because we were so in love since day one that it was hard to deny the attraction and the connection and like the magnetic union that we had. He is from the United States, I'm from Argentina. It's like, how, the funniest thing is like people ask us all the time, how did you guys end up finding each other? Like, Argentina is pretty far away from Mexico. It's not too far from the US, but it's still like it's unlikely, right? But we met each other and we fell in love. And anyways, once that I came to the US, I started like deepening my studies into Reiki, into arts. And then one day, this is like the coolest story. Like I always tell the story to everybody who wants to listen to it. So how did I start doing henna? How did I start doing henna? Sorry. Um, it was the year 2013, my first year in the United States, and I would paint a lot. Like I said, like I was reconnecting with my painting side, with my art. Like I was really exploring and connecting and seeing the possibility of being an artist and that being my main career. And so we started painting a lot and producing a lot of paintings. And then my mother-in-law at that time, I mean, she's still my mother-in-law, right? But she saw this henna kit, and she told me like, Danny, I want to get you a henna kit. I think your paintings look a lot like henna. You should give it a try. I didn't know what henna was. I was like, no, mother-in-law, no, sweetie, no gracias, because like, I don't really like, because she's like, I was like, what's henna? And she's like, oh, it's like tattoos. And I was like, no, I'm not really into tattoos. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Like, don't spend money on me with something that I'm not going to use. Pretty much that was like my vibe and message. And she, being a Taurus, as Taurus do, she didn't listen to me, and she goes ahead and she buys me the henna kit. And thanks goodness she did, because that's how, like, since the day one, I started reading, like, it came with a booklet, and I started reading it, and I was like, oh, this henna thing looks to be pretty interesting, like, and then the kit came with a little, with the powder and the little essential oil and everything that you needed to pretty much like mix your own paste. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll give it a try. I was pretty like whatever at that point. Like I didn't think, first of all, that the paste was gonna come out any good. I didn't think that my drawing skills would be good enough, all that kind of willy-nilliness. And as soon as I mixed the paste, I fell in love with it. The smell, the texture, and then when the paste touched my skin, as soon as I applied the henna on, it was like entering a new dimension. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I need to learn, and I need to share this with the rest of my people. I was like pretty adamant about learning and about connecting. I knew that I needed to do something that was related to the arts, that was related to healing, and that, henna presented itself to me in such a beautiful way that I was like, okay, well, might as well just keep it up. You guys look how pretty. It's kind of long. So anyways, I was determined since then to just make the worst out of it, and the best out of it, sorry. And I mean, that was in 2013. Fast forward to 2024, and now I'm just, still pretty much passionate about henna, JAGUA, about glitter tattoos, and now I'm learning face paint. So, and I never really stopped painting either. Like it all kind of connected each other. Is is art my career now? Yes. Am I making a lot of money out of it? No. But it ain't about the money. It's about the days that we live and how happy we can be. Well, at least that's what I think. Actually, I'm gonna change the light a little. There you go. Because I have like a really kind of yellowy light here, and then the light here on top was um like a mixed. So I put more of like the blue setting, so hopefully we can see better of like the actual color. Like this is pretty much what it what I see in my eyes. It's like the same color. So anyways, with that being said, let's keep it up, you guys. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. My channel is pretty cool. I try so hard to bring you content that is very nice. Yep, that's me breaking in a song, breaking up, breaking down in a song, breaking in a song. All right, I'm gonna do some pretty fine lines here with the JAGUA. I feel like one of my cats is snoring. Oh yeah. Oh my god. I look behind me and there's two of my cats, two of my three cats sleeping behind me. Cause have you ever heard a cat snoring? It's so cute. It's like oh. My cats are like mad at me because I bathed them yesterday. Like I didn't just bathe them because I wanted to, like believe me, like they scratched me so bad. Actually here, one of my cats, Punky, she punctured me so hard. I bathed them because they had fleas, you guys, and I'm trying my best to, keep the house clean, to give them the pills for the fleas, to do sprays. I'm actually pretty good at keeping the house clean because I love a clean house. But anyways, because there are three of them and they're indoors cats, sometimes I'm like, how in the world is this happening? But anyways, the flea cycle is pretty short and they reproduce pretty fast. So I just kind of like gave in and I was like, I'm just gonna start bathing them. So I got them like a shampoo that is like for fleas and so many less fleas every time. Like it's the second time I bathed them yesterday, but I think I'm gonna do it every 3 weeks. If you know any good um, advice, I guess, just for cats who have fleas, let me know. I'm trying to go as natural as possible. I know that's probably why it's taking me longer because I'm going with the essential oil route. And of course, I put like the spot on treatment, but I think also the spot on treatment works better after you bathe them. First, like I did like a pretty intense cleaning of the house yesterday and washing all their bedding and all of my bedding because they hop on my bed all the time. And, any spaces that they lay on the most. And then I bathed them and then I put the spot on treatment. So I feel like that's how the treatment works best. Like after after you bathe them. But it's just so heartbreaking to have to bathe your cat. Actually, this, I know it doesn't look very hard, but Punky, she really punctured me. It was terrifying, like, because I was in the middle of, applying the flea treatment, like this shampoo is like a flea treatment too, or whatever. And I was like in the middle of all that, so I couldn't just really let her off the hook quite yet. And she was so scared. Poor babies. I don't like bathing my cats, but what can I tell you? I mean, like, they were so soft afterwards, and of course, like my little spoiled babies, I had to make sure that they had really clean, warm towels afterwards. Like, I wrapped them into warm towels and I dried their fur as much as I could. Mis niños. Do you have dogs, cats, you guys? Let me know in the comments. Like, what do you do if you are having to deal with fleas? Like, I used to beat myself up so hard, and then my therapist told me, like, cats get fleas. Whatever is something that happens. And because, I mean, it's pretty harsh. Like, you feel like you've let them down, like, you don't want your cats to be suffering. So, anyways, my babies. Actually, Tranqui is here saying hi. I feel like I want to do something more, but since I'm dealing with like some inflammation right there and actually like a little bit of an open wound, I kind of want to work around that. I'm not pretty sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm kind of like starting to feel like I should wrap it up, like finish the design somehow. Let's see. I'm feeling like a little V shape. Now me coming so close to the to the spot where I'm hurting. I'm being so silly, guys. I'm like, oh, I should stay away from it. And then I go so close to it. You guys let me know if I'm not making any sense, because a lot of the times in these live streams, I just let my mind be like, la la. Like, my mind thinks in Spanglish, you guys. So sometimes I'm like, is that even the right way to say what I just said, or is that even the right pronunciation? Oh my goodness. Have you ever played The Sims? I am obsessed and I love them because they have their own little sim language. It's like so cool. Like, I like that. It's kind of like a universal language of the gaming nerds. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about The Sims. I love them so much. I remember when I first played, it was like year 2000 or so. I didn't own a computer. My grandparents did, and my cousin brought The Sims to my grandparents' house, and I played The Sims. It came in this CD, and I played it, and I was instantly hooked. I was like, this game is so much fun. And I remember I could spend hours and hours upon playing that game. It's so much fun. Like, how do you even, like, it's just so fun. Like, come on. So, anyways, fast forward to 2024, 25 years later or so, I'm still doing the same. I still play Sims and I'm still Jenny from the block. Ah. Anyways, you guys, look, this part has dried already. As you can see, I can touch it. And look at it. It's like it flattened down so much, right? So I started with the fingers. As you go down like this area, you can see like it's still drying, right? It hasn't flattened down yet, but it will happen. So this part's already dried and it's gonna stay like that for a while until I wash it off. So I'm gonna try to keep it away from water as much as I can from now on. Okay, so right here. A unilome, I think that's how you say it. I usually think of this as like the Spanish name, that is like una lome. But again, like I could totally be saying that wrong. Like, what if people say it differently and I'm just, I don't know. Don't you, like, I can't be the only person who thinks like that, right? Like, am I saying it this right even in my own language? Hashtag bilingual problems. If you know, you know. Anyways, you guys, I hope you're having a good Sunday night. It's kind of weird because here in the US, like the daylight savings. Oh my God, you guys, it's just something else. I feel like it's only been 2 weeks and it's just something else. Like I tell you, I don't know how to explain it. The sun goes down at like 5 p.m. I'm like, girl, um, no. Give me more time, universe. God, please. It's like, what am I supposed to do with such a short day? Like, I don't know. I thought that they got rid of it because they were gonna get rid of it. I remember when like they promised us. Anyways, it's not that big of a deal, right? I just gotta make sure that I, adapt to it. I've never really lived in a daytime, daytime zone, daytime area. Daylight savings. That's what it's called, right? I don't get it. Anybody understands that concept? Let me know, because I don't. I'm like, why is it so dark so early? I feel like it messes with the natural cycle of life because what is this? And it's like I'm sleepy way earlier, but then it's like sometimes I'm not, and then I don't know. Just just thoughts of a busy mind. Look how pretty it's coming along, you guys. I love these tiny little details. I feel like a princess every time I wear henna or JAGUA. Of course, this is JAGUA, it's not henna, but I feel like this is the epitome. This is, have you seen that meme of the lady saying this is where it's at, right here? That's what I feel. That's exactly how I feel. That's where it's at, right here. Because I don't know, it's just henna and JAGUA are such feminine art forms. Like, wow. I love feminine stuff, like I always have. I don't know why. It's just cute, When you just wear like pretty little jewelry and pretty little hand jewelry that is also like a temporary tattoo. It's cute, I like how this is not symmetric at all. Like I literally have two different things in one versus the other. I wasn't going for that. I was going for more of symmetry. I tell you guys, after a while, my mind in English is like not in English anymore. It's like this weird Spanglish that happens in my mind. And again, I know that I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Sorry about the music break. Sometimes you just need a little comedic relief slash music musical jingle in the middle of a live stream, don't you? What do you guys think? Anyways, I'm just making these little leaves one after the other. And I'm just planning like what is my next move gonna be like? Okay, I gotta skip it there. Okay, there. Also, I don't know if you heard it, but I just heard one of my cats hiss at the other one. Tranqui, leave him alone. So it's Tranqui, right? Tranqui, the orange cat that I was telling you about. Like she's the queen of the world, but also like that's a problem because she is, she has to share this house with two other cats and two other humans. So therefore, my poor Tranqui, being the queen of the world, like she has trouble sometimes because like how are you the queen of the world if like you have two other cats? And I feel like okay with Punky, she kind of has to get along because they're sisters, they're twins. But with Archie, she's like Mm. mm. So, anyways, and I actually been thinking I have had Archie for a year now. Oh, Archie is such a cute, like he's a white cat that sometimes shows up in my videos. His life story is so interesting. So he has extreme, or I guess it's called complex PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. So what happened to Archie was when he was little, when he was adopted by my neighbor in 2019. So he was a kitten, right? He was attacked by some sort of big animal. We're thinking a cougar, coyote, something, a dog, something attacked poor little Archie. And so when my neighbor first adopted him, he was a kitten and he had severe signs of post traumatic stress disorder. Like he would always hide, he would be very in high alert all the time. And he was a little boy. Oh. So, anyways, I would go to visit my neighbor a couple of times. I mean, I pet sit for him, and I never saw him. I never saw Archie ever before. Like he was like I knew he lived in the house, and sometimes when I went on a walk, like I would see him on the window, but I never really got to pet him or be around him. And I was able to, be around the other two cats, and it always called my attention because, as I shared with you guys, I also been through a lot of trauma in my life, so I always thought like, oh, poor cat. Like I didn't know cats could get PTSD, but it makes sense. Like if a freaking coyote attacks you when you're a little boy, like yeah, you're gonna be freaked out and like you're gonna be trying to always like, not be in that situation again. So anyways, I adopted him because actually my father-in-law had adopted Archie in the beginning, and Archie found a way to get under the house. Here in the US, like the houses, they have like they're kind of like floating in a way, like the structure. So Archie got under the house because he was so freaked out. And on Halloween of last year, I kept on hearing this cat meowing from under the house. It was like crazy. I was like, what in the world? And then it was a really cute meow. Like it was like a very cute cry. Like it seemed like a kitten, crying. And I was like, oh my God, like Archie got under the house. I just knew it. Um, and it took us like 5 days to get him from under the house. Like we didn't know how to get him. We had to find the neighbor, have him come to my mother-in-law's house, get under the house, and actually rescue him. She would leave like a flap. I don't know. I've never seen these things in Argentina, but here, um, you guys have like these flaps. So she would leave like that flap that was in a closet open so the cat, Archie, the cat in question, could come out, and he would actually come out at night and she would leave him food and little beds and stuff and water. So she noticed that um like a couple of times like the food was gone, like I mean like almost every morning, right, the food was gone. And one day she saw him in her room, but then he went again under the house. So anyways, he was rescued from under the house, and my father-in-law wanted to still keep him, and I was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea because he's kind of scared and he needs like special treatment, really. Like, he needs to be pampered, like, he needs to be catered to his trauma. And I'm really big on like music therapy and all that, binaural beats, etc. So I did that for Archie and like honestly for myself too. And I remember the first days that I brought him in, Tranqui and Punky didn't like him at all. And I thought we were going to just foster him because my husband was like, yeah, 3 cats is a lot, It's like, of course, you gotta spend more money and like we have limited resources, let's put it that way. So, it was mostly that. Like, we're like, yeah, let's just foster him. But then, donde comen dos, comen tres. Where two where there's enough food for two, you can make enough food for three, right? Or something like that. That's why we say in Argentina, where two people are being fed, you can feed the third one. If you share a little. Of course, we don't want our cats to go hungry because of our sharing, but whatever, you get the point. So, anyways, we kept him, and he's such a joy. Like, I love Archie. My husband loves Archie too, and yeah, adopt cats, everybody. And if you can't adopt a cat, adopt a dog. They're beautiful and they bring a lot of happiness into the household. Anyways, let me show you this JAGUA, you guys. Look how pretty the design. I love how it came out. I wasn't expecting any of this the way that it did come out, but I love it. I love the flowers on the fingers. I love the moon, and yeah, I kind of wrapped it up with like a little flower there. I could keep going up this way, but I really don't want to smear it. And JAGUA is really easy to smear. And I also am wearing this nice little bracelet with an amber stone. Or actually, amber is a resin, so it's some amber resin from Mexico. So yeah, I just really wanted to show you guys a pretty design with these pretty nails, and I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Thank you so much to everybody who liked it, who watched, to anybody who subscribed. Um, Please share, subscribe if you haven't. I'm so happy to have you guys here. And let me see if I can just turn the camera around and say hi. You can see my face maybe. Oh, there we are. Okay, hold on. There we are. My hair is a mess, but you guys, I'm so excited to have you. Look at this. Happy Sunday. I hope your day has been beautiful, productive. Be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others. And you got this. And tomorrow I'll be showing like the stain of this beautiful design. Like, probably on my stories, no, reels, shorts. Also, I discovered this new app that I'm really into. It's called Flip. So I have it, and I'll probably just link it in my community tab. Let's do that in the community tab, because I think there's a lot of potential with that app, and I don't know. I'm present there, so I figure you guys might want to follow me there. So yeah, this is the design of the day. We're gonna let it fully dry, and then I'm gonna wash it, and then tomorrow morning it should be fully developed into a nice, beautiful blue stain. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for being there. Thank you for all the love. Subscribe if you haven't. My name is Danila. We do henna, JAGUA, art, yoga, etc. So thank you. God bless you guys. Adiós. A ver cómo termino este video acá. Bye.